The Handmaid's Tale is a hard show to watch. It's a hard show to review, and it brings up a lot of emotions. So, if you can't handle harsh language, please don't watch this video because there will probably be plenty of very coarse language in the heat of the moment. You've been warned. Alright, everybody, welcome back to The Handmaid's Tale Season 2. This is episode 10, The Last Ceremony. It just came out yesterday at 11 p.m., but I'm just watching it now. And this is full of spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode, please go and check it out. And as usual, my goodness, does this show deliver on the human misery front. But I gotta say, I didn't think that the emotional weight of this was as heavy as I thought it was going to be. And that's saying, like, that sounds bad. Because no TV show that has rape in it should be considered like, oh, that's it? Just some rape? Oh, no big deal. Going by the trailer from last week, I thought something really bad was, I'm talking like torture, death possibly, maybe that baby's coming out one way or another, and I thought maybe something really nasty was going to happen. That being said, let's get to the, try to not be all over the place here. So, this is Robin's Breaking Gun Reviews. Let's get on with the episode. Alright, so, in the beginning, we have Emily here basically, discussing how you take yourself out of your body during a rape. And it's just, we've seen these scenes before. If you've watched the whole show, if you're new to the show, then, this is going to be, it's kind of a rough thing, but it's like, not that you should ever get used to anything like this, but with all the misery on here, them having, the inner monologue of a rape is still really, like, hits you right in the fucking nuts, man. And at least in this scene, we get a death. Well, I'm not 100% on if he died or not, but the guy has a heart attack right after he's done with Emily. And, I love how the wife's like, get help. And Emily just go, with the way she's supposed to, as a handmaid. Well, I think it's best if I lay down, because that's the best way to conceive. Like, we should only be concerned about the baby right now. Like, fuck your husband, like, I did my part. Whatever happens afterwards, that's not on me. You save his life, you dumb idiot. And so she takes off, and yes, it's nice to see, who wouldn't get up and take some shots. I'm surprised she only kicked him and then kicked, like in the side and then in the nuts. I'm surprised she didn't just, with Emily being the way she is at this point, I'm surprised she didn't just, fucking kill him. But maybe the heart attack already did that. I still can't remember if later on they said he was dead or not. But anyway, they have the handmaids in the grocery store talking about it, a little more freely than, they probably should. And, June, who sees Emily and, she tries, to lift her spirits up a little bit, like telling her about Moira and how she got out and that there is hope and, if she can make it, maybe we can make it, don't give up. Honestly, I don't know. Like, yeah, she needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. I mean, it's just, where are you gonna go? At this point, unless this place collapses into chaos and they can get these women out, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to just take out the handmaids. Like, if we can't have babies with these rape victims, then nobody can have, babies with these rape victims, and just kill them all. Because these are the kind of nut jobs that would fucking do shit like that. So, I don't know. I don't know of any way really out of this for the handmaids except complete and utter, shock and awe takeover of their country by whoever can get to to people. I mean, a strategical strike or whatever is not going to do it. But anyway, this is kind of a hard episode to talk about. So, like, she goes into labor, or what they think is labor, and this comes to, you know, the glorious feelings at the homestead. You know, they get her home, and Serena's like telling her all about, you know, well, God's this and that and the other, and she's just like, fuck you, like, God don't see shit, you know, like, none of this, you don't know God, nobody knows what God wants, you know, like, nobody knows his shit. And Serena's just kind of sitting there like, fuck, you know, like, okay, you know. And, you know, you got all the dudes smoking their cigars, which is a cliche, but in this case it's like, it's such a, you know, an old culture thing, you know, a bunch of dudes hanging out, you know, 1950s, 40s, 30s, probably even before that, where, you know, somebody would go into labor and the men would keep the man, you know, calm, and the women would keep the, you know, no, I mean, they'd all be helping give birth to the baby. They wouldn't be having this phony ass ritual in another room, but you know what I'm saying. But it's just so, they're still trying to make it so normal. Like, oh, you're the father of a rape baby. Good for you. And then just so weird, man. Like, okay, so June's up in the room. At least she's like, at least I don't have to get in this bed. This is the last time I have to get in this bed, or so, you know. Oof. And all the handmaids are coming to help, and, you know, this whole ritual of, you know, preparation. And then they get to the scene with Serena and her little coven of witches. When, like, just the staggeringness of just how batshit crazy these people are. So the women have their own little ceremony. You know, the guys are smoking stogies and drinking and patting each other on the back and everything. And the women are having this, oh, you deserve this. Oh yeah. Everybody deserves a rape baby. Pretty soon you might be able to get them in stores. So they're having this thing where Serena's laying out on the floor and they're surrounding her, and it's like they're doing the breath, and they're just just like the rapes. You know, the woman is standing there pretending, like, looking into the man's eyes like, you're really having sex with me, right? You're not actually raping anybody right down here. And it's the same thing with the birth, except there's no man there. They're sitting there simulating a birthing experience because the rape victim's having the real birth, but she has to feel special. So we're going to do this little pomp and circumstance crap here where this is what it would be like if you had a baby. And I swear, this was the one time where I just, when Aunt Lydia comes in, I would have loved for them to have done a take. Like, put this on the blooper reel or something where Aunt Lydia walks in and she just goes, oh, okay, that's fucking it. All right, this is too much. This is too far. What the hell are you guys doing? Get up off the floor. You're not having a baby. You nuts? I would have loved to see if they did a take like that and put it on the blooper reel, where even Aunt Lydia just is like, whoa, this is just too nutso for me. Bye. Get up off the floor. But in the end, that's not why Aunt Lydia comes to the room. It turns out it's false labor, and there's June sitting there on the bed, and I was thinking to myself, stop smiling, June. For the love of God, stop looking so pleased. If you're playing the long game, all right, and you want your baby the hell out of Dodge, you gotta stop poking the fucking bear. Okay? She's always got that look of self-satisfaction sometimes where it's like, come on, you have to, if you're gonna commit to what your plan is to somehow getting out of there, okay, you can't keep pushing, even if it's just with the look. Okay, these people don't fuck around. And I still somehow, no matter how bad it gets for June, I sometimes think that she's just not, like, she just hasn't been pushed to the point where she really knows how evil these people can be. I don't think she has gotten there yet. And she should have. This is not a knock to June, really, but it's just as a viewer, when you see that and you're like, you know what they're going to do. And then the comment about, yeah, we should probably never see each other again, even though Serena's the one who originally had said that in a previous episode. You look at Aunt Lydia's face and she's just like, girl, come on, please. Don't. Just don't. And if you agree with Aunt Lydia for half a second, you know you done fucked up. So we have this thing now where she then goes to, Waterford. And again, I'm like, why are you pushing it? Why are you pushing it? These people, you run away, you've come back, and see, none of this is right. She has every right to leave. Nobody should be in this situation, okay? But if she, again, is going to commit to this long game, she has to stop pushing it. And instead, she goes in there and says, all right, if I'm going to go, put me in the district with my daughter. And I was just like, girl, they're never going to agree to that. Never. Because in the end, you're a woman, and they're not going to trust anything you say at all. And you have no rights. You have no right to ask this in their little fucked up, cuckoo land thinking. So when he's like, how dare you, tell me what my power, how far my power goes, and I've been too lenient on you, and yeah, it could have ended it there, it could have ended it like that, but no. She has to turn around and push him some more. And look, even though it's satisfying, okay, it's satisfying as all hell to, tell him, basically, you've never had a kid of your own and you never will because this isn't your baby, motherfucker. So, yes, it is satisfying as a viewer to be like, oh, yeah, really dig it to him, but it's stupid as hell and you know it. Because then, you get to where both Serena and Mr. Waterford are on the same page with how pissed they are at you. You have laser beam pointed, a target right on your body, back, however you want to put it. And so they decide to put her in her place by raping her again. Except this time it's a real rape. And I mean, in their brains, they know what this is. They can say that we're going to do it the natural way. It's like how they talk about it beforehand. She doesn't know her place anymore. So they're going to punish her, but they're still going to word it up like this is the best thing. We're going to do this, but it's, the natural way because, yes, sex has a tendency to induce labor sometimes, and late in the pregnancy and stuff. But when somebody's screaming, not like the other times where they've been trained to do the ritual rape and just be silent and quiet and let things happen. This is a rape that they all know. There is no, denying it from any of the three people involved. June knows as fuck as hell that she's being raped. Serena and Mr. Waterford, they know it, but they're going to still try to play it in their heads that they're not, but they know it. They know that this is a rape. And so you think that that's the punishment. And believe me, yeah, that is a punishment in their eyes to do this, this fucked up thing to get the baby coming, but to also put her in her place. And we could do this all day. Even though, Serena's got that look on her face, because that's where she knows this is a rape. She's starting to tear up, and I'm still going, fuck you, Serena, sit and spin. But then you get the real punishment here. And right before we talk about that, let's just talk about Eden kissing the other guy. And Eden, we all knew that she's going to push this whole June thing. And so Eden and the security dude are making out. And Nick sees, and she sees, and Nick sees, and he doesn't give a shit. And she's like, why don't you care? And it's like, girl, I haven't cared. Like, you're not in trouble. Just don't worry about it. But you, even in, for Nick, you have to be a little smarter than this. You have to, if you don't want more problems, just swallow your pride and say, don't ever do it again. Pretend that you care just to get some heat off you. But, so that's it. That's done. Eden is a thing, and she'll probably continue to be a problem, whatever. So, but the real punishment here is that, when last week when I saw the trailer and he's like, I have a surprise for you, that's where I thought the bad shit was going to happen to girl, like maybe ripping the baby out of her or something. But this is worse on a psychological level. This is the real punishment. Because if, let's say in some other alternate universe, he had let her move to another district where she wouldn't have contact with her, she could see her from afar. That would be torture enough. But to allow her to see her daughter for 10 minutes and basically, that's her time to say goodbye for real. Like, Waterford's not doing this okay, every once in a while it's going to happen. This is a one-time thing. 10 minutes, you have 10 minutes to say goodbye to your daughter who hasn't seen you in a damn long while and is traumatized as all hell. That's the real punishment. Being forced to have 10 minutes alone, the last 10 minutes you're ever going to have with your child. That's the punishment. Because how do you do that? How do you do that and not have your heart ripped out all over again and relive that moment your whole life, having to let somebody else take your child away again? And so, that's just messed up and it's heartbreaking. There wasn't it's people can go, oh my God, she gets to see her baby again, and I would be more fine with June not have seen her kid until it was time to get her out of there. With a real plan to find her, get her out. Because even though, now she's more traumatized. Now the kid is double traumatized because they've taken her away twice now. And it took a few minutes for her to even get on board with, this is my mom again. So now that she is okay, and not okay, but you know what I mean? They've started to have a little conversation. Now she is pulled right out again from her mother's arms. And that's just, I don't have kids. So I can't 100%, know what it would feel like. But I know that's got to feel worse than some, I don't know. Anyway, we have the guy telling them to stay in the house. She can't, she won't. Apparently they have a lot of patrols in this middle of nowhere area. Because just as they start to get back inside, another car comes and sees that they're there. Somebody's there that shouldn't be. So I guess Waterford's power really is, I've got this window and blah, 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 and you better, whatever. So Nick, can't lie his way through this and gets taken and is left June there by herself near time to give birth to a baby. And as next week's trailer shows, Serena's pissed at Waterford because how could you be so stupid? And, again, I kind of think that Waterford did this as a punishment. As a weird punishment. He, even if he thinks maybe he's doing the decent thing, I think another part of him knows this will really fucking stick it to her. But we also have, seeing June trying to survive out there. And that'll be interesting. That's episode 11 is next week, so 11, 12, 13. So we got 3 episodes left, and I still don't know how it's gonna go for the finale at all. So anyway, I don't think I went too nuts on this video. I'm pretty proud of myself. The language was still there, though. I'm very sorry about that. So anybody offended, feel free to rip me a new one. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Share this with your friends. I would really like to. These are I love making the Handmaid's Tales videos. Subscribe. We are at 115 subscribers now, I think, as of right now, maybe 114. It is amazing. Thank you so much for all the support, and just Like I said, comment, share, subscribe, like everything that you can do to try to get the word out on this channel and about how, you know, somebody out there is making some crazy Handmaid's Tales videos. Anyway, I don't know. So next week we have more Handmaid's Tale. We got Westworld season finale this Sunday. Comic reviews will be coming later today. I put up my Tag movie review. We got comic reviews from before. We got Legion season finale. So yeah, and Goliath season 2 review is also on here. So anyway, that's it for me for right now until I put up my comic reviews a little bit later. So this is Rob from Smirking Gun Reviews saying thanks again for watching these Handmaid's Tales videos, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.